This video will tell you everything you need to know on how to lose weight on the most scientific level. Despite what you heard, no fad diets, no intermittent fasting programs, or fat loss pills are going to outperform what I'm about to tell you. So if you're looking to actually lose the weight and keep it off long term, then watch this entire video. Okay, so first we're going to have to get in some basic definitions. So we all know weight loss is calories in, calories out, despite whatever you may heard. Now, obviously, I oppose that when you are struggling with a chronic health issue because you are dealing with something called metabolic adaptation. But for the most part, fat loss goes down to calories in, calories out, which we'll get into what that even means. And we'll go into it. And so, my apology for the voice. I've been at meetings, presentations, doing my thing at Complete Vitality. So that's why I like it. So, all right, first thing is calories. So a calorie is a unit of energy. Calories by, there's labels on food that tell you what calories are which. So calorie is a unit of energy. So calories, energy. The food you eat, energy. Okay, good or bad. Okay, even though no food is bad, it's what humans do to food that's bad. Remember that. Okay, so you have a calorie, then you have maintenance calories. So this is how many calories you eat a day to maintain the same weight that you're at. It's called maintenance calories. Then you have a calorie deficit. Okay, this is consuming fewer calories than required to maintain body weight. So what I mean by that is that you are eating less calories than you're burning throughout the day. Okay, so if I'm burning 3,000 calories a day and I'm only eating 2,500, that's a calorie deficit. Okay, and then a calorie surplus is consuming more calories than your maintenance needs, okay, leading to weight gain. But our goal in a surplus is to promote muscle gain, muscle tissue gain rather than fat tissue gain. All right, so what I mean by that is, like, if my calories are 3,000, we want to be eating around 32, 3,500, but making sure it's good whole food, obviously, and we'll get into that, but making sure that we're resistance training and all those things to support lean muscle mass. All right, and then we have our metabolism, okay, which is the collection of chemical processes in the body involving the breakdown and building up of matter. Okay, so it's like all of your systems working together in unison is metabolism. And then we have something called metabolic adaptation, which is what you're probably dealing with right now: weight loss resistance, metabolic resistance, whatever you want to call it. And metabolic adaptation is the change in metabolic rate in response to dietary intake. So what's happening is that you're dieting for too long, and now you've became weight loss resistant. All right, you're unable to lose weight with the same calories that you used to be able to lose weight. You have to diet harder, you have to train harder, you have to do more extremes to lose weight because now your body has been so adapted to whatever stimulus you gave it before. So this is when you'd want to use strategic, methods like strategic refeeds and reverse diets to help with bringing back your metabolism. So we have to first establish what is your maintenance calories before we do any of this nonsense. Even if you're dealing with weight loss resistance, we have to figure out that. So we have to figure out what your total daily energy expenditure is, and that's how many calories you're burning throughout the day. Okay, so this is actually composed of a few different things. So number one is something called your basal metabolic rate, okay, which is essentially the energy that it takes to perform, basic functions with inside your body. So it's like thyroid, your liver function, kidney, heart, all these things. It's the calories burned there, and it is the most out of your total daily energy expenditure. So your total daily energy expenditure, like I said, is like your maintenance calories, okay? And so we want to do basal metabolic rate, okay? And then we have non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So this is actually how many calories you're burning, like fidgeting. Like me going like this right now, that's how many calories, what NEAT is. It's like the calories burned doing this stuff. Or fidgeting a pen, even typing on a keyboard, walking up and down. Unintentional exercise, though, or movement, I should say. It's unintentional. You're not even thinking about it. And it's important that we understand this, because if you're actually thinking about it, then that doesn't count. It'd be like exercise activity, which we'll get into. Okay, and the third one is thermoeffective food. You actually burn calories, digesting foods. Okay, so that's a big one. And then you have exercise activity. So this is the energy expended during intentional exercise. Okay, so number one is that we have to figure out your total daily energy expenditure, which is like your maintenance calories. And it's composed of those four things I just went over: basal metabolic rate, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, thermal effective food, exercise activity. So for majority of people, you can actually, and I have one, I have a calculator linked below in the video that can show you the exact calorie amount that you can be eating and the right macronutrients, which we'll get into, for you to be consuming to, support whatever goal that you have and whatever lifestyle you have. So it actually has like, are you more sedentary and you're looking to lose fat? Are you more active and looking to build muscle? Like, it tell you exactly what you want to do. Okay, so let's look at just macros first. So macros are the units that carry calories. So macronutrients are the components that carry the calories in large sums. So a gram of protein. Okay, so you have the calories, then you have the macronutrients. So the macronutrients is like protein, carbs, fats. Okay, so protein has 4 calories for 1 gram. Carbs have 4 calories for 1 gram. Fats have 7 calories for 1 gram. All right, and so recent data, studies across the board show that the more protein you have in your diet, the more muscle is built and the greater fat loss occurs, because protein has a high thermal effect of food, meaning your body burns more calories digesting protein. So this is why protein is the king for fat loss. Protein also has many other biological benefits with inside the body, with the immune system, with um, obviously bone structure and integrity, and so much more. But protein is vital, and making sure we get protein from whole food sources, obviously, not protein bars. Whey protein is actually all right. Make sure that it's not filled with sucralose, gums, artificial sweeteners, because that can wreak havoc on the gut. But if you have a really good whey, that is actually pretty useful, because whey protein carries a high amino acid called leucine, which actually is the highest amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis, which you want because it helps you with building muscle and obviously burning fat. And so with that being said, we want to focus on protein. So how much protein should you be eating no matter what caloric goal you have to be at? We're aiming for 1 gram per pound of body weight. Okay, we want that because we want to, help with digestion. We want to help with, satiation. We want to help with building lean muscle, and we want to help with getting that highest thermal effect of food. Okay, next is carbs. Carbs are not bad. Carbs are great for performance aspects, even cognitive performance. And so we don't want to neglect carbs. They're really good for your thyroid. They're really good for the many other biological functions. But with that being said, we want to focus on obviously whole food carbs. We're not talking about redefined carbs, like pizza, burgers, all those things, fries. No, we're talking about whole food carbs, potatoes, white potatoes, sweet potatoes, white rice, different types of, gluten-free breads are good, um, oats, and all sorts of other things. Fruit, obviously, all those good. So we want to be focusing on carbs, and carbs carry 4 calories per 1 gram, and then we want fats. So we obviously want fats in our diet. They have many good benefits. Okay, cognitive function, recovery, hormonal balance, and all those things. So with that being said, we want to watch out for specific fats, because if we're eating a lot of polyunsaturated fats that are highly pressed and hydrogenated with inside factories like seed oils, then we don't want that. But if we can have polyunsaturated fats coming from, like fish, salmon, different types of, flaxseed, chia seeds, like these more natural ones. We don't want these artificial ones. And then we want monounsaturated fats coming from like olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. Okay, and then we do want some saturated fat. Saturated fat carries cholesterol, which is actually really good for your hormones. You want cholesterol for your hormones. So, that's the rundown on fats. And so, let's look at it abroad now. So I just gave you a whole overview of, calories, total daily energy expenditure, and then macros. So how should you structure your diet? Well, it depends. And this is why everything's individualized. This is why in my program we have to individualize the program to you. So with that being said, though, um, we have to first figure out what's your total daily energy expenditure, also known as your maintenance calories. And you can actually find that below in the description with the calculator. But you want to figure out that. And so, whatever that is, we want to adjust it to whatever you're looking for. If you're looking to gain muscle, if you're looking to lose weight, or if you're looking to, metabolic adaptation is a whole different, thing in itself, which I've actually made a video on how to do that. So I'd recommend, it's called metabolic adaptation, weight loss resistance. So I'd watch that one. But if you aren't struggling with that and you just need to get going on your fitness journey, then I would try a calorie deficit first. So what that means is that we'll gather our data with how much calories it is that you burn a day, and then we're going to subtract 300 to 500 calories from that. So let's say you burn like 2,200 a day. So we're going to want to be shooting for like 17 to 1,800 calories a day. Okay, so that's how many calories we should be eating. And then from that, we want to be eating at least 1 gram per pound of body weight for protein. So if I'm, 150 pounds, then I want to be eating 150 grams of protein. Or if I'm 180 grams of protein. Okay, and then after that, we want to get in a good amount of carbohydrates and fats. So I'd say focus on getting enough fats in first, like 40 to 60 grams of fat. Maybe you need to be higher if you're at a higher caloric intake. And then after that, backfill with carbohydrates with healthy carbs. Usually timing them around exercise is ideal. I'll say it again. Timing your carbohydrates around exercise is ideal for performance and recovery and all of that. So, this is a quick and dirty. I'm thinking about doing a whole Loom video on these to show you more in depth on how these all work. But if you're looking to actually lose the weight, keep it off long term, balance your hormones, heal your gut, and get to the root cause of your health issues, and then finally get the body that you want, then I am for you.